really significance. If you have no right to do something, especially to practice something regarding education, how can you get grow? How can you grow up? How can we be a better one? How can we be a wise man? If we are not wise, we don't know about the thing or the technical of doing something to develop a country. What's it? What's happened in that country?
Welcome back to me, Rati again. So right here, this is the discussion, and also this is the Effortless English with Rati program, and we are talking about the sharing discussion or giving discussion about the point. We would like to know more and also grant specific things to the way we could do in our specific thing in our way or whatever we could do. Also, this is the great sample for y'all go to learn or you love to listen us more about English issue or English problem related to life or real life that we got to handle, or I mean handle a problem or going to tackle something down. So that's why today we will going to give you more specific thing about issue related to ourselves, whatever we got. So that's why today I got again with Venerable. He is going to join me, and also he's gonna be the speaker as well to tell us more about that. All right. So thank you so much today. I really elated to have him, in our program today. So I would like to give my self introduction a little bit. My name is Ruddy. You guys have known me a lot, and also actually I live in the actually now in Phnom Penh City right now, and specific also that could be the great thing ever. And I am the founder of Effortless English with Rati, so hopefully you guys can find me and also believe the point. Okay, we never going to stop to give us or to give you guys the point to learn. So we come here today with the points. All right, thank you. So I would like to have a self introduction from Venerable first. A little bit. Thank you, Venerable.
Okay, welcome you guys again right here. My name is Bora again. some of you may probably know that I'm in Phnom Penh right now, and the Phakra that I'm staying right now is Paput Min Ban Phakra, right? And I'm just about to turn to 17 years old, right? This year's. And I'm just in grade 10 and about to turn to grade 11 next year after my New Year's. Okay, so right now I just joined Mr. Roti to be a speaker, talking about the rice. What types of rice? Yeah, what do you about the rice? So you gotta learn more about this. So I'm here. I'm just waiting for Mr. Roti to question me about this. Thank you.
Right, to be specific, and also before we begin to our topic, I would like to talk a little bit relevant or related to rice. So this is kind of the important topic or important issue that all people from different level that I'm talking about. You guys as the students, right? You guys as the co-worker, you are the whoever in this community. All right. So we have to understand basically about right, because it's quite important to be known, because right going to be covered every level of people. You don't know right? I feel like you live without understanding legally things in our society, so that's why be understood about right is the point we could do. All citizens, all level of people, right, got to live in this community. So again, right is kind of the most important fact that we got since we was born, or we were born. We got one right already, rights to live, right? That means we got deliberately to live in this community for free, because we got life, and we're not going to end our life, because this is the natural right that we could deserve, right? I mean, we deserve to have it. And also, let me tell you a little bit thing about the right is kind of extremely, I could say like very extraordinary thing that we could have, and also be happy to enjoy the right you got. This is how we live. This is how humans rights we got. So that's why we got so many types of rights. We got civil right. We got human rights. We got women's rights. We got animal rights. So many type of rights that we got in our society. But the more important thing is how we understand differently between which right that we got to do and we got to make, I could say, distinguish. Yeah, we could exercise the rights in exercise the right that we got, because some people, they misunderstanding, right? They got misunderstanding about the way they live, so that's why. But however, I could say two things be important in the term of rights. I mean law. This is the point, could be has great relationship between right and law. So if you got to live in this society without understanding law, I don't think that you could do the right thing. I mean, so that's why one country has their rights and laws. So we have to do something legally, or I mean understandably, by the country or the government. This is the point. So back to the point, and I would like to question my venerable right here. So I got a few questions to ask my venerable related to right anyway. Could be available rights that we could do, or which right that we couldn't do in our community. According to your perspective, how do you think about right anyway? The meanings to the people.
Thank you very much. For me, I thought the definition of the right is like the capability that human can do, right? If we have right, the government grants us rights in order to do something, especially like the children have right in order to enter the school, to study, to improve their knowledge, to be a better one. And the monks have right to practice the Dharma, to practice meditation, to do something regarding or to strengthen, to reinforce the ability of practicing the Dharma, right? That is about the capability. The capability is like, I could say it is the synonym or interrogative about the word right? So I wanted to sum up that the word right, it could be capability. That human right, like Mr. Ruti have mentioned about the right, we have many types of right: animals' right, women's right, and Siwa's right, something like this, right? Yes, thank you.
So the next question is, do you think having rights to live in this community is important, or extremely important anyway?
Oh my god, it is extremely important. Really significant. If you have no right to do something, especially to practice something regarding education, how can you grow? How can you grow up? How can we be a better one? How can we be a wise man? If we are not wise, we don't know about the thing or the technical of doing something to develop a country. What's happened in that country? Nothing happened. If it happened, it's just an evil. It's not a bad one. It's a bad one. It's not a better one. So we are supposed in many countries, and all the country those countries are supposed to have right for the human or for the citizenship in that country. Thank you.
So yeah, in addition to the point, I got two things to consider, but I would like to have your perspective about these ideas. So I got about one thing is related to law, or something is legal things from the government, what the people need to respect 100%. And one more thing is about right. So how do you think between these two things? Number one, law, and number two, right. How you define and how people could live with the right way. Could they need to respect only one right and they're going to be wrong with the law? Or they're going to accept them all? Or learn to be specific with all of this? Yeah, according to your thought.
Okay, based on my experience and knowledge that I have so many times ago, I just want you guys learn to be flexible, adaptable, right? At a circumstance, you're supposed to follow the law of the country, and whenever or wherever that you're supposed to follow the right of German. Yes. So as you mentioned that we have two types of right. The right that in the law the government have grants to do, right? Allow us to do. And other thing is the right that we are supposed to do in ourselves. It's the right of recommendation to the political party. Kind of this, the political party. I'm sorry. This kind of right we are supposed to do because of what? We have no recommendation. We are not allowed to know a better one, better things, the better opinions. So we have no better choice to choose, right? To sum up is to follow the circumstance. To know the circumstance. If the circumstance is comfortable, that you can actually do without any problem, right? So you can actually do it. But if you, after doing this, you first with a dramatic risk, so just be considered again. So that's it.
Oh, thank you so much to be clear and also modify, all right, each point of the term of law and the term of right. So both of them are important equally. If you think, right, if you got right, you forget to respect about law, you're wrong. You got law, okay, you forget to have rights to live or to do something, you are wrong. So having both of them, I could say we could make them equally works. Yeah, make them equally work. I mean, okay, for example, and for instance, I am the one of citizens, right? One of citizens, I got to do something in my country, but what I have to attack or I believe strongly that I keep to do with this, all right, I have right to live, I have right to say, right? I have rights to do anything. I could say I can't exercise my right equally with the right way that I could do. I believe that my right could be acceptable. Just like going to talk to anyone. Could I gonna be illegal or what? I didn't do anything wrong, so how I gonna be wrong? How I gonna be sent to the jail or what? So probably not. But if I got rights, but I try to do something over and over, I mean, I'm going to against with the law. I mean, I'm going to do something illegally, maybe sell drugs, right? I try to steal the money from the bank. Bankers, right? Yeah, they didn't recognize what I'm doing. Actually, my situation. So yeah, I'm gonna be like suspected by the police or maybe CIA or kind of a FBI agency. They consider me as the bad case and comes to arrest me, send me to the jail because I am doing the bad way. I mean, yeah, illegally or kind of, out of the way or non-respects. So that's why. Yeah, I mean, against the government. So we gotta be wrong and we will be sent to the jail, honestly or specifically. No answer, no explanation because we did bad thing already. So that's the point. Okay, again, I could say and I could define the quality of this or the terms of that. We could have both of them and understand each term of them clearly. Which way you could do, which way you could avoid. Yeah, that's the point. Thank you, Venerable, for clarifying about this point. Very specific. So I got the last question is relevant to about rights because, like yesterday, people, they have posted a lot about the women rights, right? Women's Day, okay? So I would like to ask you a question related to like women's rights. And you are the monk, anyway. You are living in Pagara, all right? So what is the message that you could recommend to all women could do or to all people to understand about women's rights? Yeah. Guys, we are not going so far. Now we are talking about the point related to our topic, again, related to right, right? And the question that I got to ask to Honorable, again, and also I think it could be the last one of our topic as well. The question. So again, because a few days people have known already, like yesterday, March 8th, right, 2023, this is the day of women's rights, that people are respecting or people they believe that or the day that women got equal rights. I could say gender, right, like female or male, but today we are talking about the women's rights. So anyway, could you tell me more in depth detail how you define the women's right and how do you think about women's rights to our society, like community?
Thank you very much. The way that it define the women's right is not complicated to understand, to comprehend. It's normal, yes. It is the best way in order to live, equally, right? We don't need to be afraid of doing something because all the human living in our country, in each country has the same right, because gender, right? Because equal gender, equal right. So if a man like me, like Mr. Riti, can do everything, so the women can do everything as well. So we don't need to be afraid of doing something to get fear or frightening of doing something anymore. In our previous time, in the ancient past, the woman has no right as much as a man.
Woman has no right.
Yes, has no right as much as a man. They have, but just a little bit, right?
Little bit.
Yes. So
this is called a discrimination?
Kind of like this, discrimination, but prejudice, right? So right now we have the same right. We call equal right. We can live equally. We can do everything as the same way. So if a man, like I mentioned, so far. So if I can do everything, for example, I can sing, I can, holding the money that can earn from the outside the house, so the woman can actually do this as a man as well. So that is a point that we are gonna show you here. Yeah, so just waiting for the last question.
Of course. And the last question.
This one, right?
Yeah. Okay. You can give like short. Thank you so much for this.
Okay, my short message, also last message to you guys is that be respect to everybody, everyone, be a lover of everyone. Please never be selfish, egotistical, never be like this, because right now we have an equal right, so everybody has different rights. Now the same rights in order to do everything that illegal, not illegally, right? That legal, not illegal, I'm sorry. So my last message is that learn to live together, not to be alone. Because our society, we are supposed to live together. Okay? My last message to the audience or the viewer watching here is learn to live together. Because in the society have a lot of human beings, so we are supposed to live together, not to being alone, right? If you just learn that not being egotistical, that means selfish. If you just feel like, oh, you are always the best, so you don't pay your respect to other people, especially women. You say that, oh, women are weaker than me, they have a strong power as much as like me, right? So you start to be looking down on them as a woman. So that is not a legal ways in order to look to other people or just to consider people in many other countries as well. So just learn to live together, learn to love everyone, to treat everybody positively, so you're gonna get a positive thing back, right? Everything we get or just return to your life positively as well. Everything, our life is like a reflection. If you do evil, you will get bad things into your life back, right? If you did well, you did positively to other people, so the reflection will reflect the positive thing to your life as well. So thank you. That is my last message for you guys here. Thank you very much.